Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on the Black Plague Possesses the difficulty, played through the Heretic plus Hexen re-release on the Kex Engine. We are doing all levels with a 1-star, and this is E2M2, the lava pits. Let's begin. Alright, so when you open up this area by walking near the wall, you will see not only gargoyles and fire gargoyles, but a new enemy, the Saber Claw. Yes, it's those xenomorph looking sons of guns with the poleaxes as hands. Anyways, we're going to go into this area. Watch out for the ones that are more gray colored, those platforms, because they will fall into the lava pit trademark. Now the thing about the saber claws is they kind of function similar to the golems, but they have a much lower pain chance. That is to say, whenever you attack them, there's a much lower chance that your attacks will stun them. And they attack considerably faster. And in this re-release, they kind of get real close to you when they're attacking you. Like they bump themselves forward a little bit. Anyways, once you clear all the saber claws out and grab the yellow key, which is right between these raising and lowering platforms, you can make your way down here to fight some more saber claws. And we're just going to stand right in the middle, because if we go into any of these corners, we'll be attacked by gargoyles. Lots of them. But there's so many goodies here. How could I refuse? Now it may look like there's no way out, but if you interact with this wall on the left side, you can take a portal, which will take you right here, which is where I wanted to go. So let's circle around this, and also step over here to grab this Tome of Power. I moved a little bit too rough, so I'm just going to take the wings and fly. Now I do believe one of these platforms, I think I'm skipping a line def, should let you go into this area. So cross it a few times, there it is. And you'll be able to go into here and grab the Shadow Spear. But when you do that, when you cross into this line def here, where the dark meets the light, this disciple will pop out and try to jump scare you. But it doesn't work. I came prepared. And I came prepared for these guys. But now you have the yellow key, you can go into either of these doors. I recommend you go into both, actually, if you want to kill all the saber claws and whatnot. Because it is a symmetrical area. But when they're all dead, you can finally go into this part. And likewise, you can also clear the stairways at this part from gargoyles as well. But when you push this button, this stairway will appear, and the saber claws, if you haven't killed them yet, will start coming after you. But when you fully ascend the stairway into right here, not only will you be fighting gargoyles from this side, there will be some right behind you as well. And by some, I mean even more than the gargoyles that were in front of you. And in this area that opened up is a Dragon Claw and a Chaos Device. I'll show you what those do later, but first things first, we're going over here on the left side to fight these Saber Claws. And we're also going to go into here to fight some disciples. And yes, I'm going to use the Tome of Power here. Tome Wand! Yes, take that. One of them dropped the Tome of Power for me. I'm very lucky. But we're going to use our Tomed Hell Staff to start raining on these gargoyles. And if you kill 3 enemies with 1 attack from the Hell Staff, you will get an achievement. So come here. Yeah, like that. Anyways, pushing this button will show off this teleporter, which we'll take probably later. But first things first, let's go over here and rain on these guys' parade. Well, we got 2 of them with that attack, so it's fine by me. But yes, you can see the regular Hellstaff attack as well. Still relatively unchanged, except... By the way, this is a secret. A secret with a Tome of Power guarded by a secret disciple, guarding a secret quiver of arrows. And then there's another disciple guarding a secret Morphobum. But yes, like I was saying, there aren't too many differences with the Hellstaff unpowered, except for the fact that it seeks enemies actively. But anyways, I'm going to take this portal, but use the Shadow Sphere first, because over here are not only gargoyles, but undead warriors. But with the power of the Hellstaff, you can spam your way through it. And if any of these guys want to throw axes at you, they'll go right through you. Now, provided you've done this action quick enough, you want to go over and grab the green key. But when you do, you'll meet 2 ghostly undead warriors, which is another prime reason why you should use the Shadow Sphere at this point. But one of these corners has the Gauntlets of the Necromancer if you want it. And this corner has a Ring of Invincibility, which we might use a little bit later. But first things first, we have the green key. We are going to go into the green zone. Prioritizing the fire gargoyles first and foremost, unless a gargoyle of the regular variety is right in your face. And then you can push this button, and there's the exit, but we're not going to take it. Instead, we're going into here. And when you go around this area, you'll see a bag of holding. But the place you want to be... Well, first off, I'm going to use a Ring of Invincibility. Because when you stand over here and try to go into that area with the wall, you'll be seeing several were-dragons. And you know what? For these 2, I think it's chicken time. There's our trusty bag of holding. And here's a portal that'll take you back to this part. But if you went through that part, you will be able to return all the way over here because this part opened up. And if you look carefully, or rather heard, see the silhouette? Yeah, that's an Iron Lich. Was. But there's an enchanted shield, and also a mystic urn. Yes, we didn't really use those tomes of power, did we? Except once. But, for those wondering what the Chaos Device does, say you're in quite a pickle of a situation. Like say, you went through this part, and the were-dragons were here, and you did not grab the Ring of Invincibility, but you did grab the Chaos Device. You can just use this to teleport back to the start. And also because this area opened up, it leads right back to it. With the Iron Lich and whatnot. Anyways. With all that done and said, we can push this button again and finally exit the level. So that was the lava pits. And this level has also not changed that much from its original counterpart, aside from texture placement and whatnot. The area with the disciples is probably the most changed, but even then, still not that much. It's mostly just textures and lighting and all that jazz. And the areas like the end of the little lava river that leads into that area that you can exit with a teleporter. Or you can use the Wings of Wrath if you want to leave it that way. Yeah, pretty straightforward way of progression in this level. Although you can take the little detour to the right side if you want to get some more items and secrets. And if you're doing a continuous playthrough, that does actually help you out in the long run, because you'll have an opportunity to keep the Ring of Invincibility for the next level. But you could also keep the Mystic Urn as well. But we're doing all levels with a 1 start, so we're either going to use what we have then and there, or not at all. But anyways, that was the lava pits. Stay tuned for the next level where we go into the River of Fire. But until then, I'll see you when I see ya. So see ya.